I think one of the biggest barriers to this issue is that patriarchy, because it has driven our laws, it has driven our commerce, it has driven our economy, it's comfortable. And so it's not just that men want to identify with that narrow form of masculinity, but women as well. Because there's economic comfort in it, there's family comfort in it, there's so many places where you just don't want to rock that boat. And now we live in a time when it's not just that we have a black president, but when that young black boy gets shot and the black president says, I was him, then you have white people who have been very comfortable in that, in a society that was based on white people creating laws and white people creating a perspective on what is normal, to being now challenged, and let me be more specific, white heterosexual men creating laws and what is normal and what is okay, to all of a sudden being challenged, having their sexism challenged, having their racism challenged, having all that challenged in an open forum. You can't avoid it anymore. We have too many media outlets, we have too much Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and too many things that are going to challenge. I see this in the world of sports, where we have coaches now who are calling kids pussy and faggot on the court, and everyone's losing their minds. And you ask any man in here, if they saw that coach, you go, yeah, I had that guy. I got that guy. We all had that guy. And yet now it's being challenged, and it feels a little bit like a bait and switch. And so that divisiveness that people are feeling now in this country is because the people who have been previously have been voiceless now have a voice, and they have allies. And I think when it comes to this issue in particular, I think you're getting to the core of our families, you're getting to the core of our society, our economy, that has been so largely driven by patriarchy and white male privilege. And I don't want to get to that word privilege because I think it's really the wrong word. But it is the patriarchy that has driven our economy and our laws that is now being challenged on a regular basis. And that's why we feel so divided. But it's also, I think, the biggest barrier to this particular issue, because you're talking about usurping the patriarchy that's at the core of our country.